Hey all, my name is Fabi. I'm a freelance social media manager slash consultant. I'm a small business owner. I'm a graduate journalism student, and I want to make your art profitable through the power of the internet. I own a small pin apparel shop that's existed solely online for the last 18 months, and I've worked as a social media management in some capacity for the past 2 or 3 years. I've mostly worked with media companies in the past, but in the past year or so I've veered more towards freelance rather than in-house, just because I've wanted to focus on growing my shop, and you know, it just caters better to the lifestyle I want. And so I just kind of thought that it'd be cool, because it's working for me, that I would pass this on to you. If you're an artist of any sort, an illustrator, graphic designer, animator, tattoo artist, hairstylist, anything at all that requires like an artistic skill, I want to help you create that life that you also really want with your art through the internet. If this sounds like something you'd be into, then make sure to subscribe down below. That way you don't miss out on the videos with all the tips and tricks I can give you. This is not an easy journey. This is not a sprint. This is not something that you do 3 things and then you're guaranteed success. This is something that's constantly evolving and changing. So I want you guys to be aware that this is me helping you train for the marathon that is making a social media prone centered business. There will be no shortcuts, there will be no tips, no magic hacks. It's just gonna be me helping you optimize your work and the way that you present yourself online, so that you can bring in that clientele and create that future that you would like. But my biggest thing with all of this is help you set a process that is sustainable and attainable for your goals. Here's the thing, there's 2 cultures online that I've seen, right? There's the hustle till your fingers fall off, you know, you gotta work every day to get it done, and if you really want it, you just gotta hustle as hard as you can. Or there's the other side that is very much like, oh, don't look at the algorithm, don't look at the numbers, you know, if your content's good, if your art is good, if what you're posting is good, it'll just happen, right? And I see a lot of merit in both of those sides. I think that there's a lot that both of those philosophies bring to people, especially depending on the situation they're in. But for me, I found that there's sort of a happy middle ground, right? Where you can't just sit back and post, but you also can't just spend your entire life on it, because it's just not healthy. So what I'm hoping to do here, like I said, is to set up a process for you, help you set up in a way that you find this sustainable and that you find that you can actually attain your goals. I want to make sure that you can run the entire marathon and not just make the sprint of the hustle, and then I don't expect some sort of wheelchair to come by and like whip you up. And I don't want you to also just walk the marathon, because I don't think either of those are really going to help you. But I do think that each side has a lot of very valuable information, and that's just kind of what I've done. I've studied both of these philosophies that exist and sort of made my own thing and like brought them together in a way that helps me not only have what I want with the hustle that I put in, but also made it so that I am not mortified and burnt out in 25 minutes. Because then if you burn out and you stop doing it, then there's no point, right? So whether you want to create a full-on media empire, whether you want to just, you know, post your art online, make a couple bucks here and there, sell a couple things, whether you want to work as an illustrator for an agency, or you want to be a freelance designer, or you want to, you know, you're a hairstylist and you want to get a chair at a salon, through this channel, I want to give you the tools to reach that goal that you're hoping for with a social media presence. Because let's be real, it's the 21st century, and if you're in an artistic medium, you're gonna need a social media. There's people, sure, that can make it happen, but those are outliers. And there's so many people I know in having my store, and there's so many people that I know in my normal life that have found so many gigs through posting and through having their content online and through being purposeful with the way they act online. Well, regardless of how you want your process and your future to look, I want to give you those tools so that you can create that sustainable social media presence that will give you that life. In the description, you're gonna find a link to a Patreon page that I'm launching. This will obviously help me be able to afford to create this and all that cool stuff. There you'll be able to find some more one-on-one time with me, whether it's a monthly group call or a monthly one-on-one call, or just having access to choosing what tips I talk about in the future. All of that you're gonna have access to through my Patreon. Obviously, give what you can. So yeah, there you'll be able to find ways to get more one-on-one time with me, more tips, and the future of what I hope to do with this, because I'm really excited. I think that this is really what I'm supposed to be doing, and I have so much information and so much knowledge that, you know, it's kind of sitting in my brain, and I think it's better off shared. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on the videos. I'm planning on putting one out every Thursday, and make sure to check out the Patreon so you can help this happen.